What's been really fun to watch is the creation of new ETF products that are oriented towards option strategies. Zero DTE has definitely helped out with that, whether it's buy right, covered calls, income oriented. It's really been an exciting thing to watch evolve. For us, it's the education side. Options have traditionally, I think in our eyes, been viewed as more institutional savvy products. Now they're becoming more prominent for the masses. So for our space, we want to be the educator. We want to help let the investor know what's the exposure. That's our transparent methodology.
We have a great partnership with Cboe and the options-based indices that we launched on the Russell 2, and we continue to build out that suite for investors, and we look forward to continuing to build out that suite as we get more and more interest in these type of strategies.
How is FTSE Russell contributing to the further democratization of listed assets?
Today, our Russell 2000 options on Cboe, roughly a little over 25% of the total volume is zero DTE, so 0 days to expiration. So it's same day expiration. And I think we're going to continue to see that trend evolve. There's other indexes that maybe have a little more tilt towards zero DTE, but I think we're going to continue to see that evolve. And I'm going to let Tom touch on what we're doing with some of the platforms to help aid in that adoption as well.
Watching derivatives morph over to new platforms, whether it's Webull, Robinhood, Tasty Trade, go down that list. I mean, we're even seeing it on the BOCA agenda. Those are on the main stage being covered, and it's fantastic. So for us, we're trying to figure out the attention span of that investor is going to be different than an institutional one. How do we educate in a very snappy fashion? We've also seen that with the CME products. Those are now being offered up on the likes of Robinhood as well. So it's very, very fun to watch what's been in place for many, many years continue to evolve. And for our role, we just want to continue to support it from an index education standpoint.
What trends are you seeing while exploring digital asset derivatives?
We launched Bitcoin futures with Eurex. So the Eurex FTSE Bitcoin futures were launched. We have since extended that to options and also Ethereum futures and options, both denominated in US dollar and euro. So we have a great product suite already in place with our partner Eurex, and we're going to look to continue to build out that roadmap with them. We're looking at interesting things like baskets and staking, and I mean the digital asset world. We're literally just touching the surface on what we can do, and we have a great partner in Eurex, and we're going to continue to build out with them further.
In Asia Pac, we're seeing a lot of conversations around perpetuals, trying to figure out access to the market for that. Is it institutional? Is it high net worth? When we have the sponsors come to us, we're trying to help devise that right solution. It's also the baskets. So it's looking at, call it a top 5, a top 50, then capping the larger asset names like a Bitcoin or Ethereum so that there's a proper diversification embedded within it. But it's definitely the perpetuals. The staking yield is coming up, especially with Solana and Ethereum for the proof of stake assets as well. We would expect in the next couple of years to see evolve is we did an interesting partnership with Grayscale on crypto sectors. And we could see crypto sectors having a very, very nice spot in the listed derivatives market as we watch this space continue to evolve.
How is FTSE Russell evaluating implied volatility indices to create tradable prices?
For many, many years, we've had the Russell Volatility Index in partnership with Cboe, RVX. It continues to be a really good barometer of the US small cap market. We're evolving that as well, looking at other parts of the globe. Where we've been really, really strong as an organization are on single country offerings a lot of times, whether that is the FTSE 100, looking at the China A50 or the H50 onshore, offshore. So taking those, going out to the market and saying, here's how we're going to approach looking at implied volatility. Asking those market participants, whether it's market makers, sell side structures, we're getting that input right now to understand what's that next tool that could be utilized in the toolbox.
The market really is embracing these type of tools to trade vol. And today we're working closely with our exchange partners on having the right products available to participants to either take a view or hedge this vol. So we're working really closely across the globe to build these products out. Ultimately, we want to make sure that we have an index that's fit for purpose, that allows participants to utilize the derivative for the purposes that they need.
What are the most exciting developments in different asset classes?
We have a great partnership in place today with Tradeweb. we're using their bid offer price information to put it into our index construction. Commodities would be another area I would throw out. We have a long-standing relationship with the Commodity Research Bureau, so core commodity CRB indices. We're going to see some growth in that space on the listed side. We've also expanded our index capabilities there to go single asset, so gold, oil, etc. What you could see downstream is taking those single assets and marrying those with digital assets, whether it's Bitcoin or otherwise. So a lot of evolution continues to be underway.
John, I would say, how much time do you have? I mean, we're excited about a lot of different things we're doing outside of equities. So Tom, we already touched on digital. Tom touched on fixed income, commodities. We're going to continue to explore areas outside. Equity is important, don't get me wrong. We're going to continue to focus on the core equity offering. But I think where we really see the growth come in is digital assets, fixed income, commodities. There's a lot of things we're doing in sustainable. I know it's not for everybody. It's maybe not fit in the U.S., but we're doing a lot of things in Europe and APAC on the sustainable side. We didn't touch on real estate. We have a great partnership with EPRA REIT, in which we currently today have futures on EPRA REIT indices with both Euronext and Eurex. So we're investing in that space. But we're really focused on across the board all of these different asset classes, making them available to participants who need them, whether it be to take a view or to hedge. And our goal is ultimately partnering with exchanges to make sure that these products come to market.
The one I would also just add in there is we continue to see growth in the Transition Pathway Initiative, which is our main stake in the sustainable side of investing. Really looks at carbon performance, management quality. That's a space I would watch for sure. The other is I would want to pay homage to the almost 25 years we've had a partnership in place with the JSE, the Johannesburg Stock Exchange. They are home to futures and options around their indices as well. We're trying to evolve those on the ESG side of things. So for the person that's interested in looking at that market, volatility or otherwise, that's a good one to also keep your eye on.